Hey everybody, this is Keith Gleason, host of Indie Comics Relay, creator of the Mighty Mascots, and promoter for the Plastic City Comic Con. And I'm here with July's indie comic recommendations. Before I get into that, just a quick reminder that Kid Switch is now on pre-launch for Kickstarter right now. This is my newest series. It's a continuation of a series I started like more than 10 years ago. This Kickstarter is going to be issues 1 and 2. One is completely finished. Two is we're starting it. It's like 3 or 4 pages in, and it's everything's written. So it's I'd say it's about 65% done. So we'll be launching this soon, hopefully by September or October. So check that out. I could definitely use some more followers on the pre-launch. So if you haven't signed up and you wanna help me out here, I would appreciate it. All right, and then also Plastic City Comic Con happening in about a month or so at this point, maybe about a month and a week. And yeah, I can't wait. This is going to be one of our best years. We got a ton of great guests coming to the show. A lot of people that haven't been to the show before. And we have the Kids Con workshop coming back. A lot of exciting things happening this year. So check it out. We got a lot of vendors and artists and creators coming, over 160 something tables, all for $10. Kids 12 and under free and free parking. Can't beat that. All right, moving on to why we're here with the Indian comic recommendations. For those that don't know, I do these videos generally every month. I go through the DCBS ordering system for my comics. And for a while, I was like, why not recommend some of these great indie books that I'm seeing why I'm putting my order together? And that's what this video is. And it's not every indie book that's out there. It's ones that I saw that I thought looked very interesting and looked very cool, and stuff that I plan on picking up, whether it's in the single issue format or graphic novels. So, and I usually pick about, 2 or 3, no, not 2 or 3, more like 4 or 5. This month it looks like we got 7, so that's a record. The one thing I noticed this month in DCBS, things are getting a little scary with distribution. Like the amount of indie publishers is like cut in half, even on the DCBS website. And Dynamite wasn't on there this month, so I know there was some issues with Diamond finally closing out. So hopefully we'll see Dynamite back on here next month. We'll see. We'll check. But anyways, like without further ado, let's get into these picks. All right, so the first one I have here is called As Good as Dead, #1. Now this is from an Image Comics. This is written by David Lapham and Maria Lapham. And I say Lapham, but I've heard Lapham. I don't know which one is correct, but I love these creators. These are the creators that do Stray Bullets, among other things. David Lapham's done a ton of books for like indie publishers like Bad Idea, Boom Studios, you name it. He's worked for it, Dark Horse. And he's one of those creators that no matter what the project is, I'm already in. I don't even have to know. Even though this one sounds great, they're saying it's for fans of Stillwater and That Texas Blood. I never read Stillwater, but I have read That Texas Blood, and I really like that. It's got a hometown. Well, here, I'll just read it. The Emissary Bridge has always connected the citizens of Port Linden to hope and opportunity. But when one man shockingly sets himself on fire, the bridge now brings something else to the town: certain death. David and Maria Lapham present a haunting story of crime, justice, death, and how far a small town will go to keep its secrets. Sounds great to me. It doesn't say how long this is, or if it's a mini series or a monthly. It feels like it probably is a mini series of some sort. I don't know how many issues, but and I guess we'll find out. All right, so that one looks really good. Moving on to the second one, another Image book. This is Skinbreaker, #1. This is by writer Robert Kirkman and artist David Finch. Now that's a dream team if I've ever seen one. And this one seems to be very Conan like about barbarians. It looks like it's about a village that the father and son he's passing down this amazing weapon called the Skin Breaker to his son to take over. And it sounds like they're surrounded by just all kinds of bad things coming their way. And it looks cool. I mean, these two creators working together, I think it's a no-brainer to pick this one up. So I'm definitely going to add this one to my sub. Robert Kirkman's been killing it with the Energon universe and a bunch of other stuff from Skybound that's been great. So I can't imagine that this is going to be bad. Check out Skinbreaker. This is on the DCBS website if you want to check it out. And ask your retailer for it to add it to your sub. Okay, next book on our recommendations is Phantom #1. This is by Mad Cave Studio, written by Ray Fox. Artist is Russell Olson. Now, this is an old school character, Phantom. I'm sure you're aware of him. He had a movie, he's had cartoons, he's had everything. But we haven't seen him in comics in a long time. Although most recently they did do Defenders of the Earth from Mad Cave, which was the cartoon that teamed up like Flash Gordon, Phantom, Mandrake, all those characters as like a team. So Phantom was there, but he hasn't had his own book in a long time, since probably last time I remember him in a comic was when DC Comics did it back in, I don't know, what, maybe like the 90s, something like that. But there's probably been another version and I just haven't noticed. So but this one looks cool. I read the free comic book day version that Mad Cave put out, and it seems like it has potential. So if you like this character at all, I think this one would be worth giving it a shot, at least checking out the #1. And so if you want to check out Phantom, tell your comic store that you would like to grab this one, and that ICR sent you. Okay, moving on. 4 more to go. Next one is called No Man's Land. Now, this one is by writer-artist, I'm going to butcher this name. It's Szymon Kudransky. He's also done a series called Something Epic and Blood Commandment, which I remember seeing Blood Commandment around. And this one sounded really good, too. I'm just going to read you the premise. It's called No Man's Land. It's a 4-issue miniseries. Diomede Islands, for 3 months each year, you can walk from the USA to Russia across an ice bridge, a frozen path known as the Ice Curtain. In 1963, when the body of a young woman is discovered on this icy no man's land, the already fragile relationship between the superpowers threatens to collapse, with nuclear tensions rising. An FBI agent and a KGB operative must solve the murder before the ice melts and the war ignites. Doesn't that sound good? Sounds like a good premise of a movie. And I've never read anything by Szymon Kudransky, so I'm curious about it. It's an Image book too. So 4 issues, $4 a piece, not too bad. Worth maybe checking out. The artwork looks cool. I like this cover. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. He's also a writer artist. So usually there's like a nice singular vision with a writer artist. So I think that's going to be a good one. I may get that one in a trade since it's only 4 issues. We'll see. I'm going to definitely look at the first one, look at some preview pages and make that decision. But yeah, if you want to check it out, add it to your sub. All right, moving on. 3 more left. Next one is Red Book #1. This is by Dark Horse Comics, written by James Tynion IV and artwork by Michael Avon Oeming. Now, this is actually a sequel of sorts. There was a book, they did a couple series called Blue Book for Dark Horse Comics. And basically these comics are about real life alien encounters. I like the first 2 series I read, and this one has to deal with Russia and China, a series of murders that they believe are from or have something to do with alien encounters. So it sounds interesting, and I like the first 2, so I'm definitely on board. I like Michael Avon Oeming's artwork. He's from Powers, and it works with the series for some real weird reason. And of course, James Tynion has been one of the best writers in comics of recent years. I've been enjoying all his stuff. So Red Book, I think, is a no-brainer. I think it's going to be 4 issues 4 issues. And also the cool thing about these series is there's backup stories with other weird real life stories in the back. So you get an extra bonus if you like those supernatural real life encounter kind of things. So check out Red Book if you want to grab that one, let your retailer know it. All right, moving on. We got 2 more left. The next one is Toxic Crusaders, 1 of 5. This is from Ahoy Comics. It's written by Matt Bors. Artist is Tristan Wright. Now, these guys at Ahoy have had the license for Toxic Avenger, and they're putting it to good use. There's been, I think, a couple different Toxic Avenger miniseries, and then they're doing like a team up one, and now they're doing the adaptation, not the adaptation, but a continuation of the actual cartoon that was called Toxic Crusaders, which I believe has a like an arcade style video game coming out soon as well. Kind of like those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 4-player ones that they've retro, brought back for retro fans and things like that. Now, I always kind of enjoyed Toxic Avenger. I like the Troma movies. I like the cartoon. I remember playing the original game, but also watching the cartoon. And I remember it was a lot of fun. And I don't know how it is now. It might not hold up as well, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this, especially since I think the new movie doesn't look that great to me. But we'll hope it's good, but it doesn't look that great to me. It doesn't look like it looks like they're trying too hard to be weird and funny, where the Troma films just kind of did it naturally. It's just like always can feel that when you see a movie trailer or something, And so yeah, Toxic Crusaders. It looks pretty cool. It's 5 issues. If you want to get Toxic Crusaders, let your retailer know and tell them ICR sent you there. All right, and our final pick for this month is Survive #1. No, this is also 1 of 4. This is from Bad Idea Press, which normally back a year ago you couldn't get in Diamond or pre-ordering it. You had to go to certain stores to get it. I'm glad they're back. I'm glad they're actually in a catalog now, because I like their books a lot. They make really prestige, nice books with really slick paper, hardback covers. It's just like a nice presentation. Costs a little more than your normal comic, but you're paying for a quality product, So Survive looks really cool. It looks like very similar to the No Man's Land that I showed here earlier. It's like a competing subs like Russian, US, and they end up being plunged into the ocean 100 feet down, and it's like an American soldier and a Russian soldier trying to survive. Looks like there's like massive creatures and themselves, basically almost like an enemy mine kind of storyline. It looks really good. It's also written by Robert Venditti and artist Doug Braithwaite, which are great creators. That's the other thing I like about Bad Idea, is they bring a certain level of talent with their books, and they're not traditionally superhero stories at all. They're more like just action, adventure, slice of life, stuff like that, horror, sci-fi. They do all kinds of different storylines in there. I really like this company. I'm glad they're getting their books more out there, and this one looks great. So I'm definitely on board for this one. And that brings us to the end of all of our recommendations for July. Thank you guys for checking it out. As always, we try to do this once a month, although I'm running a little late this month, but they didn't really put up the solicitations till this week. So I usually try to do the first week of the month, but yeah, what are you going to do? But all right. Yeah, everybody check out. Thank you for checking out. Like, subscribe, share the channel as always. Join us every other Monday for our live streams where me, Johnny, and Harry get together and we interview indie creators about their projects and just shoot the breeze and have a great time, talk about whatever's in the news for comics, things like that. So all right, everybody, thank you so much. Have a great week, and most importantly, read some comics. All right, thank you. Bye.